Guys, Crypto Mike here with the mic check 1212. Is this thing on? How are you guys doing today? We're going to do another AMP video. Floating Ratio did a really good thread on Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead and read that. And Floating Ratio always does really good threads on AMP and Flexa. So I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. And before that, we're going to go check out, well, first, follow me on Twitter at XXMikeCheckXX. The link will be in the description, as well as Floating Ratio's link. First, we're going to check out the price charts, and then we're going to check out the total value locked and, you know, the market cap, and we're going to check it out a little bit. So, first of all, the price chart. I'm excited. All right, I'll tell you why. There's two reasons. Well, three reasons. First of all, it tapped this base that it created a while ago, back in May. Actually, it started it back in March, right? It wicked down, came over, wicked down again in May, and then June was when it got listed on Coinbase, right around my birthday, which was wonderful for me. It was a good birthday, and it exploded, all right? And now it's really been consolidating a lot the last few months, and I believe that's a good sign because it looks like it's ready, because we come down here and we first of all we made a bottom here, and then we made a double bottom here on the base. Okay, this is support, and it looks very bullish. We had an explosion yesterday upward. It hit this resistance again. The more times it hits resistance, the more the sell walls are depleted, meaning it has room to grow. Okay, guys, I'm excited. The double bottom and the base and the explosion up, and it's still going up, guys. It's ready. It's almost ready. All right. It might come down a little again. I don't know. Bitcoin might drop the next few days a little bit. A final shakeout. Who knows? But if you are an AMP hodler, hodl strong. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, that's what I would tell myself. All right. This is not financial advice, by the way. Okay, now so let's take a look at the market cap and the total value locked. So AMP is currently at 70, I believe. Ranked 70 on CoinMarketCap. It's got a market cap of $2 billion. That's a lot. And we could take a look at this chart. It's the same thing. So let's go to, just give me a sec. DeFi Pulse. Okay, it's still holding strong on DeFi Pulse. Let's see, it's holding strong at number 14. Unfortunately, today is a bad day to do an AMP video, but it's okay. Apparently, 16% got unlocked from total value locked, but let's take a look. Now, I believe there's about 2/3 of the circulating supply locked up, all right? Gaining that APY, just gaining, okay? We would come back here, and this is the total value locked chart. I don't know about you guys, but it looks like a bull flag to me. That looks like a bull flag to me. So there is total value locked. Give me a sec. It doesn't say, but it's okay. But there's about 2/3 locked up. All right. That's really bullish. That's really good. That means there's long-term hodlers who have a lot of faith in the project. This is a long-term play, guys. Okay. Payments are going to be huge. Payments are going to be huge. Even if other payment companies do succeed, Flexa will succeed. Okay. There's going to be lots of competition. All right. Flexa has a head start on these, on payment DeFi. All right. It's a DeFi token. It's a governance token, guys. We've already done a few community votes. All right, so let's take a look at this floating ratio thread. Again, go follow him on Twitter or her. A thread moving mountains. Okay, this thread is once again about Flexa, HQ, and AMP token. I'll try to share my perspective on the scale of the project, how I personally find strong conviction in the fundamentals and watching the greater movements happening in payments and DeFi. It is a long one. I initially tried to structure it, but I purposely kept it meandering a meandering story across ideas, concepts, and insights. Building a new company, product, or network is never smooth. It's never smooth, it's never a linear process. I'd instead compare it to pushing a snowball uphill. That looks familiar. It will grow larger the higher you get, but also heavier. Down the slope, you'll find roadblocks and complex challenges to overcome. Especially in industries with heavy regulation, customer protection, and economic high stakes, it will be a high and steep hill to climb. Not complying to the rules of the game or investing in rewriting the rules will set you months or years backwards. Usually these projects take years to reach the first summit, but that is only the beginning of a long market adoption and penetration journey. Let's break this down for Flexa. I believe the market is warming up for a significant payments revolution in the coming years, something which is, in my opinion, still much overlooked. Payments will get their momentum, but just not yet. Flexa is an odd one in crypto and pioneering ground. It is competing for positions that are now filled by large enterprises, while it is leveraging a new token business model that has never been proven at an enterprise scale. At first glance, the nature of the project may not feel very different from DeFi protocols, challenging banks, and TradeFi, but there are some extra layers of complexity in play. Flexa is not trying to optimize a legacy process with a clever software layer. Instead, it's trying to nestle itself in the veins of global payments infrastructure, while introducing a novel economic model, token network, and settlement method, AMP, enabled by blockchain tech. Flexa is building for powering payment products for the masses, products mainly wallet apps developed by fintech, crypto, and traditional banks. The average user will eventually never know their payment app interacts with DeFi or the blockchain. This goes way beyond operating exclusively in the DeFi space, catering to crypto natives using interoperable tech and protocols and risk mainly ascribed to the users themselves. I'm not downplaying the complexity of that. It's just another ballgame. We should look at Flexa wanting to become a critical infrastructure layer in processing real-world payments in very high volumes. This needs to be highly secure, reliable, and vetted for mass usage, without any risk of losing its compliance and licenses. The processing of payments are for decennia the territory of dominant enterprises such as Visa, MasterCard, Amex. They built a massive network that is fast, globally distributed, and works for the consumer. Large payments processors networks can be perceived as public infrastructure. Imagine the social and economic impact of MasterCard, Swift, or Visa being down or attacked. Flexa is not aiming for less than becoming part of that list. On a side note, some countries are questioning the dominance of these networks and demand and stimulate new competition and alternatives. This could be an opportunity for new market entrants. It is crucial emphasizing that Flexa might be the de facto leader in digital payments settled with blockchain technology. Still, it is inevitable others will try to leverage similar models to accomplish similar results. Blockchain technology opens a new dimension of possibilities. It offers incomparable efficiency and speed, and a significant reduction of the cost of trust, the largest cost factor behind legacy payments. The widespread adoption would have profound implications for how we pay and exchange value. generated revenues can be more economically aligned between all parties involved. Understanding the economics and intent behind the token network Flexa introduces is as much about unlearning as it is about learning. Unlearning traditional paradigms about enterprise economics, competition, and ownership structures. Learning is about how blockchain technology shapes the opportunity for exploring alternate economic and governance models for society, ownership, and business. How could this enable new ways for individuals and investors to participate and share in a decentralized network? In the case of Flexa, it leverages decentralized technology to initiate a token network to settle payments with near zero transaction costs, highest security, and the lowest intermediary fees. The value accrues entirely to the token holders via staking AMP token, which acts as the collateral token for the network. Flexa Network can drastically improve merchant payments, online payments, micropayments, like parking, Internet of Things transactions, copyrights, loan and rent payments, and so on, by increasing speed, transaction cost, and eliminating fraud to zero. One of the most significant differentiators of Flexa is its permissionless SDK and decentralized open source AMP collateral token. This makes Flexa by design a platform that enables others to create value and proportionately share in the value generated. To a certain extent, Flexa has zero incentive to control who is building on top of their network, as long as they comply with the essential legislation and security requirements. Any wallet app developer or application developer can use the Flexa Spend SDK to make stored value in their app spendable. Developers will experiment with different ideas and concepts to reach and serve the consumer, which will create network effects for Flexa as a payments method and increase the distribution of digital wallets and digital currencies. Flexa is the infrastructural processing layer, making any payment coming through their pipeline compliant and legal. I'd like to visualize Flexa Network as a teleportation port for value, seamless, instant transfers to any place. And that was it. That's the thread. Very good thread. He always does good threads. And I'll tell you what, I mean, there's nothing that makes me think that Flexa is not a blue chip crypto, okay? This is a blue chip network, and it's already partnered. It's got lots of funding. It started out with lots of funding. It's already partnered with many, many merchants, all right? It's already being put in use as kind of a testing ground at Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, GameStop, Whole Foods, AMC theaters, and others, okay? So with that said, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm super bullish on AMP. I'm still holding my AMP. It's the second largest holding besides Hex, which blew up in my portfolio. But AMP is still one of my most, my biggest convictions in crypto. I have a huge conviction for this token, okay? So with that said, hope you guys have a wonderful day and hodl strong. Love you guys. Crypto Mike out. Peace.